Boom. Boom.
We're back. Hey. See, what's wrong with this guy? Jesus, son. That's what I'm dealing with, man. That's how I know. This is how I know. This is how I know you need to get out of the house, son.
Hey, trust me. 100%. 100%.
I know you just be in that joint making up bad stuff in the lab, though, son. I know that's what you be doing, son.
Dude, you gotta understand. I'm like a mad scientist down here. I'm like crossing platforms and stuff. I'm making YouTube real mad right now. They're just like, we didn't even know we could do this. I'm like,
Bro, we got like 7 screens. That's why I be blown when people ask us about the show, right? They be like, hey, man, how do you do such and such? I'm like, I don't know. I just go crazy.
They're like, yo, ask Grayson.
Yeah, I was like, he's a technical guy. He does all of it.
Like, this dude's doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, I have no clue.
Yeah, man. This is what we do. It's what we do, man.
Bro, I'm so happy it's Friday, man.
Man, bro, I'm excited. I'm excited. Only because, like, it's especially like when you got stuff going on during the week, you can't wait to get to Friday.
For real. Dude, and then you not to mention we had a 3-day weekend too, so that's sweet.
I know.
Sweet.
Even though I don't even think we get it though.
Oh, y'all don't get that Monday?
Nah.
Oh, that sucks.
You know, they trying to keep us working. But like they exchanged it though, because like we'll end up getting which call it off. We'll get like, you know, the day after Thanksgiving off or the day before Thanksgiving. I think it's both. Get the day before and the day after. So I mean it pays off in the end.
Yeah, I think matter of fact, I think we get the we get that Black Friday.
Oh, you know they want everybody off of Black Friday.
Yeah, we get that joint too, man.
They're trying to boost the economy.
Hey, so man, it's the OT show. I'm your host E.
Yo, I'm G. What up, y'all?
And we're back for another episode, man. Hey, shout out to my man Theo. Thanks, man, for the conservative liberals podcast, man. As y'all know, man, we're doing a mini podcast series, man, up until the election, man. And so we just giving out some information, man. Talk about voting and talk about politics, the election, and giving out unbiased opinions, man. Like just giving you some real stuff because I'm not going hard for no party, bro.
You ain't lying, man. Cause it feel real uncomfortable out here. However, you know, and we could just dive right into it, man. You talking about Kamala Harris,
bro? The VP debate.
I get it, man. I get it. I was like, dude, the debate was off the chain. I love the energy she brought, but at the same time, I don't like the way that both of them danced around questions.
They definitely did.
Like
they definitely did.
There was like, what do you think about healthcare? And he was like, man, women be shopping. And it was like, no, what about healthcare? No. But women be shopping.
The Trump administration. We just done wonders for healthcare. Like no, we didn't.
It was like, talking about? It's like, yo, where are you right now? It was like the moderator was like, come back.
Hey, but dude, I will say this, man. Pence did better than what I thought he was going to do, though.
Yeah, easy.
He did. He did have some rebuttal for everything Kamala threw at him, and she had the same thing though.
Yeah, but hers was just better.
Yeah,
hers was just way better. Like
a little bit more truthful too.
Yeah, like he was playing the "I'm rubber, you're glue" game, and Kamala was pretty much like playing the dozens.
But yeah, you know what's so crazy? Both of them look like presidents, though. They look. This looks more like a presidential debate than the, than the actual president debate,
And
though.
I'm trying to tell you, just to be real with you, Biden will win, and that's cool. But for his presidency, if he want to win again, he's gonna have to shut up and let Kamala talk
Yeah, for real.
because he's
But she, you know,
like
she checked them.
Biden is gonna have to be Brock Lesnar, and Kamala's gonna have to be like Paul Heyman.
Got to be the
It's
mouthpiece.
just Kamala's just gonna talk and be like, "Yo, Joe, just stand there and look pretty.
I
Try
mean,
not to touch any kids."
that's pretty much what Obama did. Obama just did all the talking. Joe just, hey, look, man.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I now fully understand why they didn't let Joe talk during the Obama administration. Like I get
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
I get it. He's a loose cannon.
yeah.
Joe may say anything.
I mean, that's why him and Trump kind of like. I mean, they kind of cut from the same cloth for Joe's just a little bit more modest, but
Right.
they still got it in them.
Joe will let you talk him down off the ledge. That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah,
They be like, Joe, calm
right.
down. He be like, all right.
I mean, maybe I was tripping. But Trump would just double down on the tripping though. Trump like, what?
Right. Trump, they be like, yo, Donald, calm down. He be like, no, your mother.
Yeah. No, you see what Trump tweeted out? Kamala's she's a monster. She's a communist. Dude, you know what's so crazy about Republicans, man? Why do they do? They have these trigger words, and it's like socialism and communism. That's one of their things. They if you it's the weirdest thing, man. I could never. It's like they put if you have anything like a program that helps people. Oh, he's a socialist.
Yep.
What?
Yep. And the joint's been like that forever, though.
Forever though, dog. It's the same narrative, and it's all bullshit though.
100%.
Like, dude, just
100%.
because I want to help people, I'm a communist and I'm a socialist. That makes no sense.
Like, it's like everything is just name calling.
Yeah,
But it's just like off some like real deep name calling. It's too much, man.
And then like you just listen to the debate when Pence was like, well, you know, the liberals and all this. I like, dude, you know what's so crazy, man? We have these thing about they have things about like the right wing people, like they just want to less government and they just want the freedom to do everything. If you're a liberal, you pretty much want the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, no, for real. That's why it's funny when we see like they have these teams. The dangerous thing about how politics is right now. It's like teams though. Your team against my team.
Yeah.
And it's like it's stupid though, because it makes no sense. It's illogical. Because yeah, for real, all we pretty much want the same thing. Just leave us alone. We don't want nothing.
I mean, it's like, come on, man. It just be making you feel like, what is this all set up for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the real reason that stuff is happening? And the thing that I hate about this time right now is that it turns everybody into conspiracy theorists.
Right.
Everybody's conspiracy theorists, and it's almost like you have to be in order to try to make sense of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when they was talking about and pardon me if I'm just stupid, but I didn't know who Proud Boys were.
I know about them.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily know. I mean, you know, I'm looking for KKK. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for well, like what, you know, I didn't know like what was the difference. And once he started talking about that, now there's a battle with the Proud Boys because there was Proud Boys, but the gay community had taken that over. No, I'm being totally serious
Nah, no,
because
I saw the joint. It's hilarious.
yeah, and they took the hashtag. Like it was hashtag Proud Boys, and they were like, because it, I guess it just wasn't a thing, but now like the gay community took it and was like, nah, we the Proud Boy, and so it's now that's a battle, and it's like, wow, all this stuff
No,
is just
and
it's
the
a lot.
because the Proud Boys they're like they homophobes or whatever. They're against like the LGBTQ and all that. So
Yeah,
by the gay community taking the Proud Boys hashtag was hilarious, bro.
so and I'm sitting there like, this gonna really make them mad. This is
Yeah, dog, and dog, I mean, if you know the origin of the Proud Boys, it was the guy that started them was God, what's his name? Gavin McGinnis, I think.
Guinness.
I think yeah, Guinness. I think it's Gavin. I know his name is Gavin. But anyway, he was the co-founder of Vice, and yeah,
The channel.
yeah, they ended up eventually Vice separated from him, whatever, because it got too extreme. But yeah. So anyway, he started his like he even said it. I saw him on Rogan, right?
Yeah.
I saw him on Rogan probably like 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe about 3 years ago. I saw him on Rogan. I saw the whole episode. I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, I just thought some goofy dude. And
Yeah.
he was just like he I didn't look at him as like this extreme like racist dude when I saw it. I was kind of like he was just a like a frat boy white privilege kind of dude, yeah.
Mm.
And they do and the Proud Boys they had no they didn't have no rhyme or reason for what they were doing. They were just
Wow.
agitators. Yeah, they was agitators. So they was like they, they were just messing with liberals. Like they would go to like they would go to like when NYU was I think they would go to like NYU when they had like rallies and stuff for certain issues or whatever. They would go there just to mess with them, and and then they would go there with like MAGA hats just to mess up their protests and stuff like that. They were just
Wow.
agitators, yeah.
Wow.
And there was no rhyme or reason for what they were doing. And I think what happened, it's kind of like it's like you start a game, but then the game get out of control, and you have no control of it.
You're like, whoa, we killing people?
And I think that's what happened, dog. Since then, I think he's no longer in it. It's another guy that takes over in that. Which is he's Hispanic, which is hilarious.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, and then but then the way the way the media covered, they gave them props. Yeah. So not say they gave them props, but they made them bigger than what they were, and so they just ran with it. But yeah, no, I don't. I mean, it's fear mongering. Because they make you big, like they're scared of, like don't be scared on them weak ass Proud Boys.
But this is what's funny though, and it's just like the wild thing, and this is the thing that kind of got me was Charlemagne. So Charlemagne comes out, and this was after the not the most recent debate, but the Biden and Trump's debate. He comes out the next morning on the radio, and he just raises all types of hell, talking about, yeah, we need y'all to as a black man, you better go out and get a gun. You better own a gun.
Yeah,
Go get a gun.
Yeah.
I was like, dog, what you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, but then he's just like, it's my God-given right, and da 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 da. And I'm just like, sometimes I gotta be honest with you. It's like now I really am not a fan of Charlemagne. Like, because before I was cool, I got where he was coming from, and he was funny with it. But now it's starting to be reckless. Like he's getting reckless.
It's the same. It's the same thing. Like these super crazy conservatives do. Like these extreme conservatives.
Yeah.
And someone kill people and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, and that's what the dude Gavin got out of control. He started doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he started talking like that. And And even Rogan was like, "Hold up, man! Like, I don't think you should be insinuating violence, though. Like, no, that's not cool, though, bro."
Right. But I'm like, and I don't know, man. I just kind of feel like it's getting to a point where it's gotta be it's gotta be some leveling out a little bit, man. We can't just be on some, you know, this is
Yeah,
what
nah,
this is if they're gonna go this route, we gonna go all the way. And it's just like you destroy the world like that. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
nah, and that's what was happening. Because I mean, when you incite violence to, I mean, it's the same. It go both ways.
Yep.
Like when you have these crazy extreme liberal dudes attacking like dudes with MAGA hats and like slapping them, or you know what I'm saying, just beating them up. You don't think they're gonna come back, and then you know what I'm saying, they're gonna come back. It's just gonna go back and forth.
Yeah. And it's just like is and I'm not even trying to say like let's find the happy medium. It's more so it's like, you know, put your money where your mouth is. And they're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so before, because my thing is this, all right, so and maybe and kids nowadays, this is what they call street, which we grew up like that, right? That you never feared the guy that was that loud.
Right,
Like the dude that will come in and be, oh, I'm gonna knock you. The dude with the rah rah, you never worried about that guy
right,
because
right,
he's just doing it for that. You always worried about the quiet
right.
dude that don't say nothing. That's the most gangster guy in the party.
And which takes me to the VP debate, Pence. Pence is dangerous, bro. That's the
Oh,
person. Yeah,
100%. That
that's the
fly
person you
knew.
gotta.
The fly
Yeah.
knew. The that fly knew. That fly chilled on his head like, hey yo, I'm riding with Pence. He's like, Kamala, I don't know what you're trying to do. I'm riding with him.
Nah, but yeah, and then you know what? And the funniest thing was that, like, I even watched when Charlamagne gave him the dunk today. But it was funny. The funniest thing is when the fly flew on his head when he talked about when there's no systemic racism. The fly was like, nigga, that's bullshit.
which
No.
which which is wild because it's just like, dude, as much as Biden can lose it for the Democratic Party, Pence can really lose it for the Republican Party.
Nah, well, I mean, your man Trump's doing a good enough job of doing that.
But you know what? This is the thing, though. People will ride with Trump more than they will Pence
Nah,
because
but you
Pence
know what?
just says stuff and he's very political. Donald Trump says stuff and he says it almost to you ever see this is gonna be kind of wild to compare this, and I don't want to degrade nobody, but you ever see something so ugly is cute? Like people be like, they look at hairless cats and they be like, yo, that is so ugly, it's cute. Like, you know what I mean? Donald Trump is so wild that certain people be like, I kind of rock with him because he entertaining.
nah, facts. But Pence,
And
but
people
dude,
be rolling with that. Pence is not entertaining.
now he's ain't entertaining, but he's a danger one because he's smart. and,
He's the
and
brains of the operation.
he is, and then he's not
It's
and
like
he's not.
Pinky in the Brain if you think about it.
It is though. He's unassuming. Like he's unassuming. You don't really put no stock into it, but he's the one making the moves. Dog. But he gets the other conservative, super conservative. He's not an extremist. He gets the conservative people to rock with
Yeah,
him
yeah,
because the way he can frame his answers, he can be logical with it, and the way he framed, like the way he was, because he's a lawyer. Easy, you can get
yeah,
him.
bro. And it's just the way that he would say stuff. I think to me the to me personally, it should be the other way around. Kamala should be running for president, and because I honestly think she can handle Donald Trump.
Oh
But
yeah.
when the thing that kind of bothered me was the fact that I didn't like. All right, so she pretty much handed it to Joe Biden when they were debating for the Democratic ticket, right? So they were going back and forth, and she pretty much gave him the business, right? Joe Biden won, kind of because he's Joe Biden. She, to me, left early. She left too early because if she had
Oh yeah,
stayed in,
she did. But I think you know what
you
that
know,
was. I think because I think
they
that was
talked to her.
behind. Yeah, that is behind the
Yeah,
scenes stuff. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. And so, I mean, I think that now, since she left early, every time she argues a point, she'll have to say, she says, well, Joe has always loved this, that, and the third. And that's the thing that bothered me because
yeah. I
I
mean,
don't
she
like
played.
it when people don't talk for themselves. Like you talking for Joe, and I get how and why you're doing it. But to me, I'm just like, dog, you smart too. So
Right,
just
right,
kind of go off of your answer. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, you know, Joe has always been for the minorities. And Joe has I'm like, no, man. Like that was
right,
giving
right,
me a
right.
bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, nah. I mean, she's a politician. What do you want?
And I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
And I honestly feel like she was she's kind of like she's that veteran that comes to the basketball team in the middle of the season and it's like all this is wrong, but I gotta play my role.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm way better than this guy, but I got
Right. Good analogy, son. Good analogy.
she's Rondo playing behind LeVar Ball's son. That's who she is. She's like, yo, I'm way better than this guy, but that's who y'all rolling with. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he's starting. What do you want? Hey,
So
nah,
it's
my
like,
man. Hey, nah, my man Phil said, man, Charlamagne got Napoleon complex. Yeah.
yo, he do. He do. Yo, he really do. Like, I look at Charlemagne and he's not, you can tell, when Charlemagne's talking for himself, and you can tell when somebody put the battery in his back. And right now, somebody put the battery in his back. And he's talking mad reckless. But it's because he's got a battery in his back.
But now I agree. Now I'm with Ricardo though. Ricardo said, "Man, it's important for us to legally own a firearm." Nah, I'm with that all day.
Yeah, but the one thing that he's doing, he's not saying I'm not going on the fact of owning a firearm. I'm going on the fact of you're in
The
a
fear,
way even inciting a riot. Like
right, right. It's fear mongering. That's all it
yeah,
is. Huh?
because of the way that you put and everything, it's like as a black man, you better go get a like yo, whoa, relax.
And then like I even saw like how they were covering the Proud Boys. Like when I saw I saw a clip. So they had a clip of the dude Gavin talking about how he started the Proud Boys, whatever. And which so they had that, and then they just had like this thing where they would show like different shots of him having this where he said kill this, and then you had a shot of him doing kill this, do this, like it's like all it was like all lining up to fit this narrative. I'm like, yo, dog, all right, man. And
Yeah,
it just
man.
all incites fear.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
now you and
and
then dog that you know what happens too, man. Like we acknowledge that racism exists and you know what I'm saying, white supremacy, all that kind of stuff. But don't we treat it like the boogeyman though?
yeah, yeah, we do, we do. We do. It's like, ooh, you better not let the KKK hear you say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
nah,
I
man.
got I gotta be honest with you. It's so much that we fear the opposition. We fear them to the point where we don't realize who our allies are. We
Ah,
don't realize who's on our own team. We so focused on that we don't realize who we roll with. Like, where's
yeah,
our swag? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nah.
I just,
That's like Michael,
you know,
man. I know the Michael Che joke is hilarious though, man. When he talk about Black Lives Matter, he said, man,
what is it?
we had simple demands like just matter, like we just want
Right.
to
Yeah.
matter. No,
Yeah.
no, like in the civil rights, just be civil, just civil, like no, don't ask for much, yeah.
We ain't asking for a whole lot. We just asking to chill.
No,
We
and I
asking
think
not to
no,
get shot.
bro, right.
You know what I'm
And then
saying?
that's where like when Trump didn't denounce the white supremacy. Like matter of fact, like CB is a Republican, right? I didn't know that.
Hmm.
But I didn't even care if he wasn't that. Anyway, but anyway, he was like, he said, man, when he said, man, he lost me on that one, dog. Like, you just you flat out don't denounce that. He's like, I can't rock with you. And a lot of people was like, no, I'm sorry, like I can't rock with you, bro. But then,
Yeah,
but if you think about it now, he makes the Republican Party look bad as a whole because now it associates Republican with racism and with
yeah, it
racism.
does.
So you
Yeah, it
you even
does.
got some conservative like cool Republicans like, hey, like I'm not a racist because I'm a Republican, but nah, but now where you at? That's where your party's affiliated with.
And let's be real. You got a lot of Christians who are Republicans,
Yeah,
and it's because of the moral ground that the Republicans run on. They're like, okay, it's more so we rock with them. You know what I mean? And we rock with we rock with all that, and so it makes them look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because you got John Gray, who's a Republican. And so now it's like you looking at John Gray, who's a black man, and I mean, mind you, he's got bigger fish to fry right now with his marriage.
yeah,
Yeah, but is at the same time like people will look at him and be like, "Yo, you a pastor in the South and you're a Republican, man. We ain't rocking with you." You know what I'm saying? So they
yeah,
automatically think that you like that.
right.
All
Or
because
you or,
of
or you agree with it, or you know what I'm saying?
yeah, because it's all because of just like you were saying, the picture that was painted by Trump
Yeah,
by not denouncing, white supremacy.
and he's also, I mean, hey, but hey, look, he is who he is, man. He don't surprise me. But I mean, you know what's so crazy? I wonder, can you work with somebody that you know is racist, but it's for a better cause?
Ooh, that's deep. That's deep. I'm a throw it out there and be like, yes.
Like,
This is the
yeah,
reason why. This is the reason why I say it. It's because you got black NFL players who play football.
but they
Because
get paid better.
all them owners are not, social justice conscious or
Oh
whatever you
yeah,
want to call it.
nah,
You
they're
got
not
some racist
progressive.
owners.
Oh, facts. Without doubt. Shout out to Jerry Jones.
Right. And so you got it in order to get not only to the bag, because you can get that like let's say Dak, he gets his $150 million contract or whatever you want to call it, right? He has to get to that bag in order to put money behind whoever he can put behind or his influence behind whoever he can put behind. You know what I'm saying? So he's he's going to win a championship on his merit of playing football, but it gives Jerry Jones a championship. So in essence, you're kind of working together, but you got your own means while, you got your own reason for doing what you're doing. So I would say, yeah, but it all is on a,
I think no, and that's and but then what happens too, we get so emotional and that we can't, you know what I'm saying, can't come together, we
and you
can't
double
work with
think
nobody.
everything.
Right.
You
I
be at
mean, think
staff
about it.
meeting looking at this Bama like, what you mean by you
Dog,
guys?
I mean, dog, I mean, look at no, what was the president? President Lyndon B. Johnson, whatever. He was racist as hell. He got to sign
Yeah,
Civil Rights Act.
yeah.
But
Like
he knew he
especially you remember when he signed it and and Martin Luther King was standing over his shoulder and he was signing. He was like, back up, Martin, back up, Martin. He was like, Martin.
Yeah, man, goddamn nigga, I'm a sign. All right, got it. But no, I mean
You're casting a shadow, Martin.
but dog, and the reason why, I mean, and the thing about it, and it worked though. He said, man, if we sign this bill, he felt like the black people would push to be Democrats, and it worked. And after that, they left the Republican Party and just went straight to Democrat, and they haven't been
Yeah.
back since. So
And let's even be real. Like they talked about Abraham Lincoln, signing, for slaves to be free and stuff like that. But there was some backstory to all that,
oh yeah, without a doubt.
and a lot of people say, oh, but it was a political move. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because,
yeah.
you know, I mean, if you think about it, it was a smart move. Not to, because mind you, I don't know Abraham Lincoln, but from what they've said, I don't know, it kind of makes sense. Because where he was just like, well, if I free the slaves, that'll be more votes for me because I'm
And
freeing the
and
slaves and they're going to
and
be able to vote.
it crippled the South.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it was like the master plan, but of
yeah,
course, things happen in between that. But yeah, man, it's wild.
yeah. So it wasn't like Abraham Lincoln was like this liberal progressive dude. Nah, it was for a reason. It was a reason behind it.
Yeah, it definitely was. So,
Yeah, because
I don't know.
he didn't look at it as his equal for real, for real.
Nah, nah, there's no way.
Nah,
No way.
not at all.
Yeah. But all right, man, we done spent 30 minutes on the debate and politics. Um, all right. So the next topic is, man, we got NFL players testing for COVID like crazy.
Yeah, snow bubble, dog. I'm sorry, you're gonna have more too, and it's gonna get worse.
Yeah. And I
It's
think
gonna
it
get
got
worse.
real when Cam tested.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's gonna get worse. I mean, like first of all, I know somebody personally that caught it, bro. I know a few people that caught it, but
Yeah.
but another thing that's happening with kids going back to school. What's happening, dude? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen though. Kids gonna be the carriers. They might not get sick,
Mhm.
but they gonna carry it to their family, to their parents or whatever. And it's gonna be a mess.
And that's what I'm saying, especially, and I keep saying this, but wintertime,
Yeah, yeah.
wintertime, this stuff ain't no joke. And it could be masked as so many different things because you can have
Right.
the flu and test positive for COVID. Because
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it a
no.
strand of the flu?
Yeah, nah, dude, that's the crazy thing. You can have both. You got the flu and COVID, bro.
I mean,
Crazy.
that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you send your kids to school or whatever. All the kids ain't my kid. Because my kid, I can tell you, be like, yo,
I know where you've
move.
been.
Because even without
Yeah,
COVID, my kid was like, yo, move. Like, I don't
right.
want you that close to me like that because, you doing all this stuff. But now you got other people's kids who just wild and they take this stuff for a joke. So they could end up having COVID, not know, and be messing with your kid on some like, I got
Right, right.
COVID, and doing stuff like that. That's crazy.
Nah, then and then you gotta think about it, man. Kids just like man, think about how you gonna tell a 5 or 6 year old to like social distance? Dude, that's not gonna happen, man. They're kids,
Right.
bro.
The only way you
Man,
can tell them is that they got cooties.
man, dude, they'll sniff. Man, they'll sniff corona like cocaine, man. They don't care.
Right. They be like, this pencil got it?
Right, dog. The kids, though.
And
They
always
don't
be the
think.
bad little kid.
Oh, like though, my mother's like, man, my mother, because she taught first grade and kindergarten all that time, right? She like, man, she said I can see kids in there trying on each other masks. Like,
Yeah. Let's
uh,
trade masks.
yeah, your mask look better than mine. Let's trade. Like, no, bro.
You got the Batman mask. I want the Batman mask.
Nah, man. It's a disaster, man. Now you gotta. I mean, it's the same thing that with the NFL. They don't. We kind of figured, dude, you got to travel. They're
Yep.
allowing them to go back home. It's not like they're staying in one location or central location. They're going back and
Yep.
forth to home. They're traveling. So like it's liable to happen, bro.
Yeah. And, and my thing is this. Think about it. Everybody's passing one ball.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? And
And
plus,
oh look,
like, and,
I was looking,
but
on the sideline. It ain't like they got their own separate water bottles. Everybody's touching the same water bottle, passing water bottle. Like, no, I'm sorry. The NFL logistically is a nightmare when it comes to that kind of stuff.
yeah, bro. and it's bad because it's kind of like, to me, I feel like this is what the NFL is going to do. It's going to be only dome games. It's only
Well,
going to be dome games. That's it. Nobody,
uh,
no other joint is only going to be dome games, and that's going to be the first, level of protection. And they're going to have to reroute all these teams to doing whatever. Now, I ain't gonna lie, people in Florida, that's crazy. The fact that the governor or whoever opened up and allowed for that whole stadium to hold people, sixty five
dog,
thousand.
it's about to be a lot of sick people, bro.
But the now Miami came back and said that they're only gonna allow half or something like that or whatever.
Yeah, it said
But to
like
me, that's still too
13,000 something
much.
like. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
still too much.
no, Florida completely opened up, and then
I'm like, bruh, like ain't nothing going on.
yeah, like it didn't go anywhere.
And I mean, it's just, I don't know, bruh. I
And
just
then,
I just
and then
feel
it,
like with everybody governing themselves and doing all this stuff and doing whatever they want to do, it's making it bad, man. Like I
nah,
ain't gonna lie, shouts out to Anne Arundel County, because the county executive was like, yo, I know, business owners get mad at me, but he's like, I'm not opening up all the way. He was like,
yeah,
the numbers are going up. So he's
yeah,
like, you gotta value something over, you know, it's business. You know, I get it, but it's people's lives that's at stake. It ain't like this is a cold. It ain't like this is just, but this is pretty much like, yo, numbers are going up. There's some
and
other
dog,
factors with it and all that, but for real, numbers are up. So
and I
yeah.
really don't think, man, so crazy, bro. And I don't even think we still got a handle on how it affects us, because I heard so many different stories. Like I know one person that said they didn't lose no smell, no sense of taste, whatever, but they were, what I'm saying, they just felt real tired, and they were coughing a lot or whatever. And yeah, but they said they didn't feel that crazy, but
Hmm.
they did felt like they was like it felt sick, but they didn't feel that bad.
Yeah.
But
And then you
I
had
mean,
some people,
some people said they felt like they about to die.
yeah, yeah, some people. There was a lady at my church. She went and she was in the hospital. She was in the ICU, and it
Yeah,
was like she was tired. She was saying that she was tired of trying to breathe.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
she's like, this is just a constant.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah,
And she
like
was like, she's like, it's not a mentally tired, but it's more so like you get physically tired, and
yeah,
then it messes with your mental. So then basically you're thanking God for every breath you're taking. And I'm like, I mean, and you're spending weeks like that,
yeah. But they, but
bruh.
they, but they, they tell you got to fight it, because if you get on the respirator, you're done.
And
Because
that's
they
why,
said, yeah, because what happens, the respirator damage you even more, for real, because your body gets lax, and now you get dependent on the respirator. And
yeah.
like I know a guy that had it, and he had a real he had lung problems anyway. And so he said when they asked him to go on a respirator, he was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'll just go home and fight it." He said, "Nah." He felt it too, like if I get on that respirator, I'm done. He's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah,
He went home and fought the drink.
man, that's tough, man.
Yeah, so I mean, hey man, it's a tough situation, man. They really, literally, these football players and essential workers are literally putting their life on the line to
Oh, and I just want to say this. Not, I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but kind of hitting
mm,
back on Trump's thing. Trump talked this morning and was like, yeah, he was talking and he started coughing. And then he was like, yeah, he was like, I only got a little bit of the virus, so I'm planning rallies. So he's still planning rallies,
that's insane.
bruh.
That's insane, bro.
I don't know what to say, man.
But see, no, think about that. This is the leadership, so-called leadership. These the coach of our team. And
Yeah.
if the coach of your team is acting like that and doing what he's doing, so what do you expect the players to do? Is every man for himself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, look, you just be cool, protect yourself, man.
100%. And that's all you can really do. That's all you can really do. But
Mm.
I mean, we pretty much already tackled that next, Trump's COVID damage in this campaign. So we already tackled that. But
Yeah, but
I,
dude, he and then, and then he put out the tweet. Dude, his tweet be contradicting himself though. Like he put out the tweet to say, "Oh, I'm not signing another stimulus check until I get reelected." And then he said Nancy Pelosi, I'm ready when you are. Like, dude, what are you talking? Like, what are you
but
saying, bro?
somebody went in his ear.
Like,
Somebody
dude,
was
you
in his ear.
tripping?
It was like, dog, you really want to do that? And he was like,
Yeah.
oh, might as well. I mean, it's wild. But all right, let's get into the real debate. So me and you was having a conversation last night, just kind of get some framing to this, and we talked about would LeBron's Lakers, this team that he's running with right now, beat the Chicago Bulls of the 90s?
What
Now,
year? I said, well, you talking about the 90s, 95, 96 team?
I think either one. I think
It's
either
not,
one.
it's not
Because
beating
the early
96 Bulls, man.
90s, he crushing the early 90s. They
He got
they
a
would they all
he got
right,
a he got a
hot take.
decent chance.
Hot hot take. Hot take. They would sweep the early 90s Bulls.
Nigga, you crazy.
How much you want to bet? You want to know why? You want to know why?
You know what we gotta
BJ
do? No,
Armstrong. BJ
shut up, man.
Will Purdue.
Dude, dog, you know what
Will
we gonna do?
Purdue.
You know what we gonna do? We gonna simulate this joint on 2K, bro. We gonna simulate, yeah. We can do it, son. We gonna simulate this on 2K, dog.
No,
This
but
team,
you know it's
nah.
unfair because they're gonna have Will Purdue at like a 96. His player rating gonna be like a 101. He gonna be a 101.
Nah, dog. We gonna do this. We gonna simulate that joint. We gonna have a watch party for it. We
I'm gonna
gonna
tell you
see
the
who
truth.
wins, dog.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. They would sweep him. You want to know why? It ain't because Jordan is a bum, or it ain't because Pippen was a bum and he and this, that, and the third. This is what you're gonna do. Literally, all you're gonna do is this: let Jordan get his points, let him burn himself out, which he won't. But let him, do. They're gonna play him just like the Pistons did them.
Dude.
But the problem is the Pistons didn't have LeBron James, and the Pistons didn't have now the weak spots 100% is people like Caldwell Pope.
Dude. All right. Scratch that. The 95, 96, 95, 96 team. So, yeah, 95, 96 team. Yeah.
I give the 96 team probably two games. The reason why I say this, now think about it. Just hear me out. Because I know people are Jordan stans, and Jordan will find a way. He will score 123 points and they will win the game. Okay, I get it. This is what I'm saying.
I didn't know you drink, son. You drink?
I'm saying this. You literally have.
Now you smoke. Now you smoking dust.
Listen, think about it. You have the whole starting five, right? Can shoot threes.
Okay.
You only got one person on the Bulls. Steve Kerr was the 3-point specialist.
We got 3. Well, I got 4.
Who?
Cool coach.
Don't say Jordan. Don't say Jordan.
Pippen and Kerr.
You
and
only
Ron
got
Harper, son.
Now you had to laugh at that. Next, you gonna say Randy Brown.
Ray Brown will lock you up, son. He'll lock
He
you
was
up.
the defensive specialist. Like
Duh.
what?
But yeah, real talk though. I like the matchup because we got Dennis Rodman for AD. He gonna frustrate the hell out of him, and then
No,
he
he's
gonna
not.
push him out. He gonna frustrate him. He gonna push him out the paint, and then Pippen can check AD too.
But that's the thing.
but then
You
no,
pushing
but
him
then
out of the paint to the 3-point line. Where he gonna cook
I
him?
we just gonna have to live with him taking threes. He's not gonna shoot. He ain't gonna make them all day. We gonna live with him taking threes. So anyway, so now we
But
got.
you would leave him at the 3-point line.
We're not gonna just leave him. We gonna check him. All right, so we got AD. We got Dennis Rodman for AD. And then Pippen gonna switch on the third time, but then you gonna have Pippen for LeBron, who gonna check Jordan.
And that's what I'm saying. That's totally fine. Listen, you can let one person go off.
But all right, so who? So then you gonna put LeBron on Pippen.
Jordan scores 60. Who else is gonna score?
Pippen.
Pippen scored 20.
All right, then you got they didn't give him 60 even. That's funny. But then
I give Jordan 60. Let's say Jordan goes for 60.
And then
Pippen goes for 30.
And then we had the sleeper on that team, Brian Williams, man. People forget about Brian Williams on that team, man. Brian Williams, bro, come on, son. Hey, Phil said Jud Buster. Shout out to Jud Buster. I got a Jud Buster story too, son.
Hey, you got a story about Jud Buster.
No, I know somebody that played against Jud Buster, so they said the man was cooking. He said that he was in a random VA gym, dog. And it was like, but people forget Jud Buster like 6'6", 6'7", dog. He was like, yeah, Jud Buster was fried.
Jud Buster was like, good.
He said Jud Buster was cooking though, dog.
Listen, I feel like this. You got to understand. One, nobody's gonna guard LeBron and shut him down. Nobody. No. Scotty's not. Scotty's not going to shut down LeBron.
He's not gonna shut him down, but he can lock him up, bro.
He wouldn't.
And
who else can lock LeBron up?
Even if you put LeBron on Mike, who gonna check Pippen? That's gonna be nobody.
All Pippen gotta do is get a migraine. Stop.
Stick a foul.
Is that too wrong? My bad. Look, I just feel like this. You gotta understand, it's too much shooting on that team. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's too much shooting. That Bulls team was playing against the Supersonics, who had Hershey Hawkins. Who had Hershey Hawkins?
Bro, get out of here, man. And then not to mention, then back then they was playing, you can hand check. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't this soft defense they got now.
So this is my question. What rules are we playing?
Play with today's rules. Who will check Mike will go to the free throw line 55 times.
Which is fine. And I'm telling you, you let Jordan cook.
Nah, man, they have
let him cook. Let him cook. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna outscore them because you're gonna be shooting threes. I'm telling you, the 3-point shot. And plus, like, come on, bro. You can really stretch the floor with the Lakers team. That Lakers team now can stretch the floor.
But they gotta make that's the problem with them, man. They're so inconsistent with making a shot, though. We don't know what Lakers are gonna show up.
But we talking about the best versions of each team.
I take the best 96 version over them any day, bro. 96 Bulls over them any day. Because then they can lock you up, dog.
You think that? See, to me, I think it comes down to two things. I think it comes down to the 3-point shot, but then it also comes down to coaching. Because you look at the triangle offense. Triangle offense is a beast. The problem with the triangle offense is that it's like a set offense.
Nah, it is. But you could. There's ways you can manipulate the triangle offense too. But
and I get it, but you got to have the talent to do it. Now, if you look at that team. Let's put it this way. A better example.
I just thought about it. Yeah, we let Jimmy Butler single-handedly beat us.
No, remember, we talking about the best versions of each team. That wasn't the best version of that team.
No,
I'm talking about.
But the Lakers, we had a full squad, and Miami didn't. All they had was Jimmy Butler, and no, they like
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about both players. The Bulls team playing at the highest, they're making shots, this, that, and the third, and the Lakers team making shots and doing whatever. That game where Jimmy Butler, yeah, that was because they weren't playing defense. They was scrambled all over the place. They really took the Heat for granted. You can tell.
bro. And I'm riding with the 96 Bulls all day, man. We simulating this joint on 2K. We gonna
But you
see
know
who
what it
wins.
is? And I get it. I get it why you ride with it, because I'm fighting that myself. It's because you and me have an emotional tie to that time.
No, it's not even that, bro. It's not. I'm thinking logically, man. No, I'm thinking logically, son. And then not to mention LeBron and them, like the mental toughness of the Bulls back then, dog. This Lakers team does not have that. And I'm a Lakers fan. And then,
But that's the thing, though. They had to have that. They had to.
it's not the
They
same,
had
man.
to. Right now, I honestly think if that team lived in today's NBA, because, all right, let's put it like this. They had trouble with two teams, right? The Pacers and the Jazz.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that the Lakers ain't way better than the Jazz with old Hornacek?
I don't know, man.
The Lakers team right now has a Jeff Hornacek that can dunk.
You talking about Caruso's?
Oh, Caruso.
Caruso's the GOAT too, sir.
Caruso looked like he just came from doing somebody's taxes and was just like, hey, I'll pick up a championship. And he just came onto the court.
No bull. Yeah, Caruso is the real Jake from State Farm, sir.
Every time he scored, he'd be like,
that man was doing insurance claims after the game.
Hey, CL, you gotta tell it. He said beat any team. Like, you gotta tell us who you got basically, bro, winning.
The 96 Bulls, man. Let me see what Phil said, man.
Man, we can't trust Phil. Phil be like, yo, Dana Barros will go off.
No, he said, man, you can even put Rodman on LeBron, son. He said he'll frustrate the hell out of LeBron.
No, he wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't. You want to know why?
He'll put a Draymond Green and kick him in the nuts, man.
Not Deshaun Stevenson. You know, old boy who's blowing in his ear.
Oh, come on, man. Lance Stevenson, shut up, man.
Lance, I'm talking about the tactics. I ain't talking about the defense. I'm talking about the tactics.
I'm about to say, dude, defense?
Yeah, I'm talking about the tactics.
I'm about to say,
because remember, he was pulling his shorts. He was yanking them. He was doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And LeBron was like, all right, so I'm still fry you. I'm still cooking.
But he won't go the length of a Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman is smack him on his ass and kiss him.
And LeBron be like, all right. You want to know why? Because LeBron is concerned about his image. He ain't going to bark back at him and have the LGBTQ community mad at him. Like, he's not. LeBron will be like, hey, now, okay. I'm not going to go to that one. But I'm riding with that. Don't jump off the cliff, now. Don't jump off the cliff.
Hey, Phil said Rodman check Magic with the fresh HIV. Yeah. Hey, yo, go ahead, Phil. I'm not even read that comment, dog. What's wrong with this guy, dog? Hey, you know, there's certain people need to turn the comments off. I think Phil might be one.
The comments of those who make comments on the OT show aren't necessarily those of the OT show, nor its
Facts.
sponsors.
Yes. With that said, well, we're just not gonna bring that on up though.
Right.
Yeah, no.
That was Phil from the We Are Something.
Yes. The views,
not us.
No, that had nothing to do with us. Not
Nothing
at all.
at all.
I'm mad I even read that joint.
But that's what I'm saying. I just feel like because we think like back in the day, like because I ain't gonna lie, like let's say if we talk boxing, right? And you the man with boxing. But let's say we got Roy Jones Jr. Not Roy. Well, I don't even want to say Roy because now this is a different weight class, and I understand it. But
okay,
I'm just talking about skill. Let's say Muhammad Ali versus Floyd Mayweather. You kind of have to,
Style wise,
yeah, kind of have to give it to Floyd. This is the reason why I say it. Not to say that Muhammad Ali wouldn't, but Floyd is just he's a boring boxer. If you're looking for the knockout, if you're looking for all that, Floyd will win on points. Like Floyd's gonna be like the rope-a-dope wouldn't affect Floyd because all he's gonna do is he's gonna be the biggest defensive guy ever.
Floyd got his own rope-a-dope,
right? And that's what I'm saying.
Let's look at it like this. Let's say if well, height wise, because now he's like 6'2" too, so like 6'1", 6'2". So if Floyd's only like 5'9", if that. So even you can't, even if they was in the same weight class, you can't even super tall. So it's kind of like
think about it, dude. Think about it. Floyd beat Big Show.
Hey, so Phil asked me about who we got with Tyson versus Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe would beat Mike Tyson, man. He would. Nah, seriously would, bro. He would.
You know what? I gotta be honest with you. All right. See, I need to think objectively because I'm a Mike Tyson stan.
Yeah, technically
because of the reach.
The reach. He had it, and Bo had the vicious jab. He had a reach, and he couldn't be Holyfield, and Riddick Bowe would tear Holyfield ass up. So you damn sure wouldn't be. He couldn't beat Riddick Bowe.
But I gotta be honest with you, man. That during that time, dude, that was the best heavyweights ever.
Oh man, that heavyweight era was crazy. You had Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Brandon Holyfield, Riddick Bowe.
I didn't like Lennox Lewis because he had that British accent that made him sound superior.
I hated Lennox Lewis with a passion, bro.
I'm going to beat my Tyson. He sounded like Surge from He's like, no, I cannot.
Oh my god, bro! I used to hate Lennox Lewis, but that man was a beast, though, man. I hated as much as you hate him, bro. He was a beast. He was. I don't
like any fighter that got to put his hair in a bun to fight.
Yes. Any fighter with a man bun.
Time. He's like. Any fighter that gotta do that, I can't get with him, man. Can't get with him.
Nah, hey, dude, I watched an old interview. 50 Cent was on. It was funny. 50 Cent was getting an interview by Lil Wayne. That was funny in itself. Yeah, it was funny. But look, it wasn't really an interview, though. It? Yeah, but it's funny because it wasn't really an interview. Lil Wayne just let 50 go and just say whatever he wanted to say. And he went on he went on an hour and a half rant about all kinds of stuff, though. So they brought up the funniest joint. I didn't know the dude that shot 50 Cent was cool with Mike Tyson, man.
Wow.
Yeah. He said so, and then he said, years later when he met Mike, he told him, he's like, oh, he said, man, homo, whatever. And so they got to talk or whatever. So anyway, he said, no, Mike Tyson hates Floyd Mayweather with a passion, bro. He was like, he can't stand that family.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it came out that Mike had got into some Mike Tyson got into some sexual assault thing, whatever, with a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And Floyd paid the girl's lawyer fees and stuff like that. Yeah. And so Mike hates that man with a passion. Yeah.
Wow.
And he said, man, he said, dude, whenever he said, man, he said he saw Mike outside of Vegas one time, right? They were in Vegas. He saw Mike. And so he called 50 Cent over there, and 50 talking to Mike with that. He's like, man, look. He said, that little motherfucker, man, talking about Floyd. He said, man, look. He said, look at me, man. He said, this dude over here, he got this and that. Look at me, I'm in a Cadillac. I'm riding this piece of shit Cadillac right here. And then 50 like, dog, what are you talking about? It's like an Escalade, dog. You good. Like, what are you saying? He said, but, compared to Floyd got the Rolls Royces and all that crazy stuff. And so he said, man, anyway, he said, man, that little motherfucker good, though. Talking about Floyd, he said, man, but the little nigga good, though, man.
I mean, it's true, man.
He said, I be wanting to break the TV, but damn, little nigga good, man.
Yeah. And it's real, man. It's real. Hey, let me ask you this question. Are you growing anticipation for this Mike Tyson and Roy Jones fight?
I'm actually not, because I'm, as a pure boxing fan, I know there's so many good fights coming up. Like, I'm ready. I'm excited for Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko. That's gonna be crazy. We got Tank Davis against what's my man name? God, what's the guy dude? I know his dude's name too. I forgot his name.
Isn't Joshua fighting Fury?
It got delayed. The zone got problems over there, bro. They running out of money. That's why Canelo's suing them. They owe him like $265 million. And they don't got it. They losing money over there. The zone about to be out of business.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think boxing is I said this for the longest time, and I'm gonna continue to say this. Boxing needs a Vince McMahon.
No, the biggest problem with boxing is too many.
Promotion wise, I should say.
Oh no, yeah, promotion. I feel you on that, but the biggest issue is they should be like the UFC. You have, because the UFC works because it's one sanctioning body.
Yeah.
And boxing gets killed because it's too many people. It's too many hands in the pot. Dog. You got promoters, you got TV networks, you got
magazines, got belts.
Yeah. So and then it's different champions and all that. So I mean, it dilutes the sport.
Yeah.
And like shout out to like the Trollo twins, right? So I saw an interview. It was sports. Chris Maddox from Sports Illustrated, right?
I can't hear you, Dave. Hold on, let me switch my view. You good? Go ahead.
But now Chris Maddox, right? The dude that covers like basketball and he covers boxing for Sports Illustrated. So he was on an interview with one of the Trollo twins, and so they asked him, so why haven't you? They asked him, you're a good fighter, whatever. And he's like, why haven't you fought like the Canelo Alvarez's and the Gennady Golovkins and all that kind of stuff? And he got mad, dog. He was like, dude, you know why? Like, don't ask me no kind of question like that, bro. You know what it is, bro. Because because you already know, bro, they not fighting us. Because they with the zone and they with Golden Boy, so they not gonna fight us. And it's some little political bullshit. So and that's he got real, and I told him like, dude, you know why when he said and then he's like, man, I've been calling out Golovkin, he's been calling out Gennady, he's been calling out Canelo for years. They just don't fight him, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, to me, I just feel like what's going to be the thing that saves boxing?
Well, it don't have to say it because boxing's not going nowhere. people, because I mean,
When I say safe boxing, I mean like make things right.
I mean, I always said it, man. They gotta have one sanctioning body, bro, and it gotta be almost like a league. And that's why I like the PBC. I like what they do because they have
Mm-hmm.
so many fighters and they actually fight each other. But the only thing about the PBC, they keep it within it. Like it's hard for them to get outside opponents.
Okay. I
So I
say
mean, it's a mess though.
I say I'll put it like this: to keep it a buck, they need John Cena fighting. Son.
Dog, you know, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. Floyd was a gift and a curse to boxing, man.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
Cause
Yeah,
he
he
made
was.
it he made it so important for the dudes to be undefeated and made it so to the point where it's like if you lose one fight you're done. Like
Yeah,
nah, bro. Like think of UFC fighters, dog. UFC fighters can lose like 5 or 6 fights and they still be good.
yeah, yeah. All right, hey, we running short on time, so I want to kick in this last joint that we got. We got Ron Rivera and him benching his second black quarterback. And
So want to throw
and
that.
the
So
reason
want to throw
why I
that out
say
there,
it,
huh?
yeah, because the reason why I say it, and me and you, we talked about this, and this is just my take on it. I didn't like the fact that I didn't. I mean, mind you, it was the Panthers, so I was happy for the dysfunction, but because I'm a Saints fan, so you know. But at the same time, I didn't think that they should have treated their franchise quarterback that way. But it was more so Ron's choice in the matter. It was
Yeah.
him. He had the keys to the kingdom, and they act like he's not. See, the difference between Cam and Tom Brady is that Cam makes Cam, and Tom Brady makes Tom Brady. But Cam is more so of I can do whatever I want to do, and I can lean on to my athleticism. I can lean on to. I got a lot of more tools in the toolbox to kind of come from. I don't have to be a system quarterback necessarily, right? I don't have to have that higher up telling me necessarily what to do. Tom Brady has grown into that to where he doesn't need that anymore. But to me, you're starting to see the inefficiencies with Tom Brady off of the little things that Belichick's system held in place, right?
Fair enough. And
So
then not to
with
mention
Cam, to me, you got rid of that too fast because you can easily make Cam into a Tom Brady type quarterback.
you
Not
can
when
make
he's sitting
it
in the pocket, but more so
no.
mentally.
But then I mean the Cam situation was weird because people forget like before Cam got hurt, they were actually like what 5-1 or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they were actually winning games, and he just
yeah.
got hurt. That was all it was. It wasn't nothing to it. He wasn't slumming because he was bad.
Which
He just
is
got hurt.
which is crazy to me because you look at Cam and you look at McCaffrey, and you add some
They
receivers to that,
they complement each other well, and
huh?
they
Yeah,
complement each other real good. But
yeah.
then I mean, as far as like the Haskins situation goes, I don't think it was a race thing. And Phil said the same thing. They don't think it was a race thing. Like man, the dude, a lot of people said he just wasn't putting in the work like that. But then to Haskins' credit though, you gotta think about it. When he started what game 7 of last season, he
Yeah.
started with game 7, and then he gets a new coach, new offensive court. I mean, new system, and they had no preseason. So now, what do you expect? And then, so now you bench me. So now he's not even a second rep. He's not even the second quarterback now. He's the third quarterback now. With
And
Alex Smith is in front of him now.
that's where I put race into it. That's where I put that into it. And I'm not necessarily saying that is wrong, but I'm just saying that okay, they got Haskins, who is
You think it's
he's a good quarterback. The problem with me is that one, when you came over to the Redskins, I'm gonna just use Redskins. I don't want to say Washington football team every single time, even though I should. I'm gonna just say Washington. So when he came to Washington, right, he basically brought his own quarterback with him.
Yeah, Kyle Allen.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm already there, I already know that I'm not having nobody's gonna my coach doesn't have confidence in me. My coach has no confidence in me. I already know that my days are numbered. So is that gonna make me feel warm and comfortable, feeling like I'm gonna do the best I can do? Because you already know you're in a losing situation. He brought his man with him.
Yeah.
He already likes a veteran. He loves veteran quarterbacks. So he has a veteran quarterback automatically. So does that make you feel like,
And he got a guy that knows the system, he knows him, he knows what he could do. So, yeah, I mean, he didn't have, I said he got a guy that knows his system already and knows exactly what he could do.
Yeah, but my thing is this: wouldn't you want to if you here for the long run, wouldn't you want to build with that quarterback? Kind of how Belichick built with Tom Brady.
Yeah, but I mean, if I think
to me that's the gold standard. Belichick and Tom Brady, that's the gold standard.
Yeah, but then Brady won. He won as soon as he played too.
But is that to the system or is that to Tom Brady? And see, that's where I say Brady's the system quarterback.
It's a little bit of both. But then you got to think about it too. He got a chance to sit behind He sat behind Drew Bledsoe, which was, I mean, it was pretty much. Bledsoe was pretty good, bro. Like he wasn't a slouch. So he's behind Drew Bledsoe, and then he had that system.
So he was behind another system quarterback. Because Bledsoe, you saw what happened in Dallas.
Dallas, come on, man. What do you expect? Well, Dallas ain't won since Fred had finger waves, man. Nobody cares about Dallas. Tripping over Dallas. See what they doing now.
Shout out to Al. Shout out to Al.
Hey, dog, I saw the funniest joint, man. They say their offensive coordinator, not their defensive coordinator, was James Harden. Yeah, and that joint was so funny, bro. James Harden with the little microphone joint on, with the headset. Yeah. Hey, whoever's going against Dallas, dog, pick anybody playing against them in the fantasy every week, though. Whoever's going against Dallas, pick an offensive player in their joint, man. Easy, yeah. They're gonna give us 30 points easy, bro.
Hey, they starting to get louder, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But the one thing that I want to do is
before we go,
go ahead.
Shout out to our sponsor, Bright Smile. Bright Smile. No. Hey, to get these pearly whites, as my man had right there, go to brightensmile.com. Get 25% off with the promo code OTShowPod25. Brightsmile.com. If you want that smile like that, brother, right there. Woo! Look good over there, son. Oh, man. My man. Hey,
put the shades on.
Go to brightsmile.com. Use the promo code OTShowPod25 to get 25% off everything they have over there, man. I particularly love the Choco, man. For the Choco. Now, don't get scared from the Choco. It might look a little black when you first get it. When you brush your teeth, you spitting out black, but it works. You can 100%. Smile like this too. I wish the sound effect. You get the little gleam and it just go off.
Yeah. CL hit me with the bro, all the teeth.
Hey, shout out to brightsmile.com, baby.
You don't know about these molars.
Hey. And before we go, man,
I want to say this. I want to shoot Tampa Bay some bail. That wasn't the real Tampa Bay team last night.
It wasn't.
So I rarely do this, but I'm shooting them some bail because I can be objective. Shooting them some bail. That wasn't the real Tampa Bay team last night. That lost to the Bears.
I appreciate it, man. I had enough. I was gonna do enough last night. I was always screaming at the TV, bro. I was going on, bro. Like, what the? Oh my god, bro.
And it wasn't the real Tom Brady last night.
Yeah, because I mean, he looked like Brother Man from the fifth floor.
Yeah, it was funny though. He's like,
Yeah. Three. Yeah. But look, the funniest part about it, he was still in the field. Everybody leaving the field like, nah, we got another down, bro. What we doing?
they was like, no, we don't, Tommy. But you see, and that's the thing that makes it look bad. Is just that it's happened to every single quarterback. It's happened to every quarterback.
Phil
It's
said you
just that
got
he's
wooden teeth.
40-something years old, and they just going on him.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So
Hey,
it's not. That's not the time. That's not the time that we're gonna be accustomed to seeing. So relax,
nah,
people.
we still good, money, man. I'm still confident, man. We good.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the talent that y'all got. Yeah.
Yeah, we good, bro.
But old
Hey,
Leonard
man.
Fournette keeps getting injured. But whatever.
That's the story of his life. He's always like that.
That's why I'm glad we ain't pick him up.
He stay injured, bro.
For
Hey,
sure.
but before we get out of here, man, shout out to Steiny Hoyer, man. Hey, man. Hey, look, I might be letting off the Steiny, man. I found out some cool information about him, man. I might let him off of him, man. I don't know. The verdict is still out, though.
Our fans don't want you to.
The verdict is still out. Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna get a segment every week. Don't worry about that. Stein's gonna get a segment every week. Don't worry.
Hey, listen, it's all about Stein.
Good, bad, or indifferent. Steiny will get a shout out.
Is the Steiny Hoyer segment of the podcast.
Yes. Hey man, with that said, go vote and turn
100%. Yeah.
Hey, tune into Conservative Liberals, man. Every Wednesday, man. We giving you a pod every Wednesday until the election, man. So yeah, check us out. Conservative Liberals is on Spotify. It's an OT. It's under the OT Show brand. Yep. So yeah, check us out, man. Every Wednesday, and it's going to be on our page and all that good stuff. Shout out to my man Theo Thinks. Hey, be on the lookout for Brosby and Whiskey Season 2 coming out, man. Starting filming that, so that's pretty cool. We got a new twist to it, so yeah, be on the lookout for that, man.
So it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff coming through, man. Hey, OT Network, y'all gotta understand. Get with it or get lost.
Yeah, we were gonna. I didn't want to make that announcement, but we.
Trust me. Hey, it's already happening now. Now with the keeping it 100 segments. And the new joints, man, we got coming.
We working, buddy. Hey, just let it know, man. Hey.
We about to flood y'all with some content real quick. So y'all know.
Yep, just like that, man. Hey, man, enjoy y'all weekend, man. It's OG Show. I'm Yo's E.
Yo, I'm G, and we out, y'all. Peace out. Have a good weekend, y'all.
Zip it up and zip it out.
Zip-a-doo-doo.
Skibidi-doo-dah.